The Colorado Buffs have gotten a lot of pretty bad press over the last couple of weeks due to the big turnover that we're seeing at the school, with roughly 70 players hitting the transfer portal since Coach Prime was introduced as head coach back in December. Now, we're looking at this probably in the worst way because it ain't never been seen before. Let me know if you heard this before. Unprecedented turnover. Massive exodus. We've heard both of all of those going around when it comes to Colorado and the changes that they're making at the school. Granted, they were 1-11 last year, so making changes are necessary. And it looks like it's paying dividends, especially as aggressive as they are with the transfer portal and with these recruits. As Colorado picked up two really good players recently, last 2 days, with athlete Aaron Butler, as well as transfer running back Alton McCaskill. Let's dive into both of those players that are coming to Colorado, look at their measurables, and get excited. Coming up here in about 10 seconds. What is good, everybody? It's your boy Jay here with Unfair Sports, where we take a pensive approach to the sports conversation. Thanks for pulling up to the YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to talk about the latest two pickups. Four-star athlete in the 2023 class, Aaron Butler, has committed to Colorado, as well as former three-star, now four-star transfer running back Alton McCaskill has committed to Colorado as well. So he'll be a Buff this coming season. Butler will be a Buff coming next season. So let's dive right into the key things about these two players and what's so big about this win for Colorado with their aggressive push in the portal. But before we do that, if you've been here before, you know the drill. Go ahead and hit that like button if you like this video. That lets YouTube know that I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe as well as the bell notification and join the family. We talk a lot of college football over here, and we'll love to have you a part of this great community. And hop in the comments and let me know. Let your boy know what you think about these players that's going to be hitting the Buffs, especially as we see this big turnover of roster change for the Colorado Buffaloes. Coach Prime and staff are doing some things, and guess what? We're going to be along for the ride. So let's jump into the first player. I think the transfer is probably the best one to jump into. Alton McCaskill. Let's look at his measurables. Now, Alton statistically came in 6'1", 200-pound running back out of Conroe, Texas, Oak Ridge High School. And he was part of the 2021 class, decided to go to Houston. He was a top 400 player in the country, consensus 4-star with On3 as well as ESPN. 24/7 and Rivals had him as a 3-star recruit. And so he comes in, goes to Houston, and as a freshman, he ends up as the AAC Freshman of the Year, rushing for 961 yards and 16 touchdowns. He's talented. And as you're watching these highlights, man, he can run. And this isn't against high schoolers. This is at the collegiate level at Houston his freshman year. Now, you did not see him last season because he did have an injury in the spring, and so he did not play any of the 2022 season. And because of the mass exodus that we're seeing going in Houston as well, Alton entered the transfer portal and he decided to go to Colorado. So he's going to join a very good running back room that they have with Kavasier Smoke, the veteran running back, Anthony Hankerson, who has been at Colorado, is the freshman, and then the freshman coming in, Dylan Edwards. And so Colorado's got a lot of running backs to play with and a lot of things working through. So his ability to run is no question. As a freshman of the year for the conference, tells you a lot. He was ready for the college level, and he's probably going to continue to be that way. And so Coach Prime's got themselves a weapon. I can see Sean Lewis doing some crazy stuff with Alton, as well as the other backs and players that they have on that team. So definitely a reason for you Buff fans to get excited, because even though you saw 70-something players leave in the portal, there's already been 40-something players come in, and Alton's just going to add to that revamp of what Colorado Buffalo football is going to look like. We'll have to talk about that exodus again a little bit later another time, but I want to hear from you all. Now that you've seen these highlights, hop in the comments and let me know what you think about Alton coming to Colorado. He's healthy. He could be something special, right? We'd love to hear what you think about that. And if you're new to the channel, hit the like, subscribe, and the bell notification. Now let's dive into the recruit that they picked up that I think is a lot bigger than what is being put out there by the medium. Now, granted, I am part of the media, but this play here, Colorado has won on a player that kind of a big deal. And so, as you can see, Aaron Butler here is a top 120 player in the country, 122 here for On Three's industry ranking, their consensus. And then he was a 4-star at every single place. And so 24/7 has him top 65, ESPN top 80, Rivals at the top 70 something, On Three's overall top 200, but consensus wise, top 122 player in the country. This is huge because we talked about him in February. He had committed to USC, and then in February, he decommitted at the end of the month, added Colorado to his top 5. And that was one thing I wanted you all to pay attention to. Even with all the players leaving Colorado, they're ending up in the top whatever number you can insert for a lot of top players in the country, like top 200 players in the country, top 250, top 300 players. A lot of players are considering Colorado. So that tells you that Coach Prime and staff is doing what you need to do in order to build a foundation on top of completely renovating the house. And so for them, they're getting these freshmen, and for this 2023 class, the 2022 class was pretty good too. Well, 2023 class was pretty good. This 2024 class is going to do nothing but grow even more because they're doing what they're supposed to do to get players in, build that foundation, and potentially make themselves a contender in the next couple of years. This is what you want from a staff coming in, a new regime change. You don't want to feel like you're going the same level. Losing those players and bringing in even more, especially them bringing in recently 5 players from Florida State, a lot of players from the state of Florida, a lot of players from Texas, basically a lot of players from the South, is showing you how serious they are about contending as fast as possible. So Colorado fans, you don't have to wait very long to be competitive. Now, I think they can do that in the Pac-12 or 10, whatever they're going to be next season, once USC and UCLA leave. So looking at Aaron Butler here, what jumped out to me on him is he's got some speed. He's an athlete. It appears that he's going to go out and play wide receiver. So you'll have him next to Travis Hunter in the 2024 season. Oh, my God. That's going to be fun. And then Mario Miller. They're going to have fun with this team come 2024. So you can expect Colorado to be explosive at the wide receiver position. Sean Lewis is going to draw up some crazy stuff, and they're going to do nothing but be competitive. And so this win is huge for the recruiting trail for Colorado. Adding a player like Aaron Butler adds to this already roughly top 25 recruiting class already. So you got him, you got the Omar White, you've got Danny O'Neal, their quarterback, who's going to throw the ball to them. And then Eric Brantley Jr. on the defensive line out of Georgia. And then you add in Talon Chandler, who's a interior offensive lineman. So they've got 5 people that have come in and committed to Colorado already, and all they're going to do is continue to grow more. This class is going to get a lot bigger. They got 2 4-stars. They're going to add more. They've already won 5 stars before with Travis Hunter as well as Comarty McClain. All you're going to see is Coach Prime's name pop up in every single thing, good and bad, but they're going to win a lot of players. So take a gander at them. Tell me your thoughts. Hop in the comments. Let your boy know what your feelings on Aaron Butler as well as Alton McCaskill coming to Colorado and becoming a buff. Let's go Buffs, right? If you are new to the channel, hit that like, subscribe, and the bell notification. Enjoy the family. Building a nice community of college football fans, and we'd love for you all to join us. Besides that, you'll see here that YouTube has some videos for you to watch. I have curated that for you. I recommend clicking on the next video, learning more about Colorado Buff football or just college football in general, or even Oklahoma football, whichever one you prefer. Thanks for pulling up. We'll chop it up soon. Peace.